What's going on, guys? My name is Glurmit, and if you're watching this video, you're probably a newer player and you're probably wondering what characters are worth going for. There's so many guides out there, there's so much information out there, but what do I do? Well, guys, you'll be happy to know I am here to help you today. I've been playing this game for a long time. There's a lot of people in my community. Join the Discord, people can help you there for sure. We do loads of GAC streams, it's super fun. So if you're new, or even if you want to join in general, you definitely should. It's a great experience. So in terms of the game and characters that you want to get in the early game, I've broken this down into 5 characters, guys. I've tried not to be too generic here. These are, in my opinion, the best 5 characters early game. Now, just to note, I am going to be talking a little bit about the teams as well, but we're focusing more on the characters, and I'll be giving explanations on why each character is very, very good early game and why it's going to benefit you in long run. So guys, the first character for today is actually going to be Iden Versio. Iden is one of the newer characters, quote unquote, to come into the game in recent years. She is just fantastic. She works at low gear, she has a ship, she does need Kyrotech, but you don't need to gear her up to that point, and she's on an early node. If you're wondering what node she's on, she is on 4D hard light side. You should be able to get to that node within honestly like less than a week. You should be on this node, you should be farming it pretty consistently. But Iden is just such a good character. I have a video in the past, link in the description, which shows how Iden just basically autos every Galactic War battle, no matter what. You can take like level 1 characters in and Iden's still going to do it. And the reason for this, guys, is because Iden starts the battle with 100% turn meter. She has a stun, she has counter attack, she has cleanses, she's just the built-in package. So going for her early on is going to help you, beat those dark side missions. It's going to help you in territory war, beat those teams that you need to punch up for. In Grand Arena, early game, it can definitely hold on defense. And not to mention, it's going to help you in Galactic War and all of those areas of the game. Honestly, guys, Iden is like a must-have, and going for her early means you get the Vulture Droid farm, and it also means you're preparing for her ship down the line. Her ship is one of the best in the game, so having her at 7 stars is vital for that ship. Now, the second character on our list, guys, is one that everyone knew was coming, and that is Darth Vader. If you are a fan of Star Wars, you are a fan of Vader. Now, Vader in this game is fantastic early game, guys. You get him through the game either in Fleet Arena, through the store, or you're actually going to be getting him through achievements. Both of these ways are perfectly fine to get him, but his power is on his Merciless Massacre, guys. Merciless Massacre will allow him to just beat anything. You guys know, if you've been watching streams, my streams, or if you've just been watching the game in general, you know that Vader early game will just beat everything. Geos, Mothma, you name it, Vader's going to beat it because of Merciless Massacre. Now, that does require a Zeta, but it's definitely worth it. He is a great early game character who's going to be carrying you through a lot of battles. And the next best thing is he works in the Empire and the Sith mission for assault battles, so you can actually get some early game rewards there as well. In general, really, really good character. He also has a really good ship. Honestly, fantastic character, guys. You need to have him. Now, the next character on today's list is going to be Admiral Pierre. Now, Admiral Pierre is a very common early farm because he's needed for Executor. He does also have Kyrotech. This is the difference between him and Vader. Vader does not have this, whereas he does. Now, Pierre does unfortunately need a little bit of a team to function. Now, whereas with Iden and Vader, they can kind of function on their own. Iden just needs low gear Imperial Troopers that are like level 1, whatever, that will still work early game. Vader can solo, and then if you want to go to the next level, you run him with Palpatine or Thrawn, but we don't need to worry about that right now because we're talking very early on in the game. Pierre, on the other hand, doesn't have that same function. The benefit of Pierre is you're going to need him one day for Executor. The other benefit of Pierre is by doing him, you're giving yourself a TB team, a TW team, a GAC team, and just a general team in just general, guys. I said general too many times. Don't hate me. No, Pierre is really good, but he does require a bit of a team. So you're going to be wanting to farm Dark Trooper, Viz, Stark, and then the last one's up to you. But the benefit is only Veers and Dark are additional hard nodes. Everyone else is, you know, the store farm. So Pierre is really good, and like I said, guys, he's going to give you that versatile team early game. Pierre unfortunately can't be used in the same manner as Vader or Iden, but he's 100% worth going for, guys. Don't skip this guy. You're gonna want him, because that is your ticket to beating DRs, that's your ticket to beating Geos, that's your ticket to beating basically any team early game. As long as you have better mods than your opponent, you are going to be having the time of your life. Now, just to note, guys, there are some Zetas needed. Iden, don't worry. Vader, Merciless Massacre, Pierre, you're going to want his unique. Now, guys, the next character on this list is our first and only journey guide character. I had to include at least one, and it is going to be CLS, guys. Now, CLS is a very easy, accessible character. You just need Farm Boy Luke, Princess Leia, you need Stormtrooper Han, R2-D2, and Old Ben. These are all very easy characters to get and unlock, and you can do it with like gear 8 and 9 characters, and you can get your first journey guide character. Now, the benefit of CLS is early game, you can throw him with a load of rubbish, and he's actually going to perform pretty nicely. Now, the downside of CLS is as you progress, you're going to need Chewie, Han, and the gang. So it's one of those ones where, again, like Pierre, you're going to want to farm other characters later on. But in terms of what CLS is giving you, he's giving you a very, very strong defensive unit in Grand Arena, in Territory War. Offensively, he does the same. He can be used in multiple areas of the game. He can be used for assault battles. He can help you in galactic challenges. In general, CLS is just such a strong character. You don't really want to be missing out on him. There's a reason that a lot of people tend to have all 4 of these characters in the early game. It's because they're just fantastic characters to go for. And the benefit of CLS is you can get him very early on, so you don't have to worry about all this additional gearing, additional farming. You just get CLS, run him with that team. When you get Raid Han, you use Han in that lineup, and down the line, maybe you do it, you know, you're gonna have bounty hunters one day, you go ahead, you do Chewie, you put that in the team. Honestly, guys, CLS, do not skip it. Now, the last character for today is my favorite character in the game, guys, and it's Young Han. Now, before some of you rage and go, the Glurmit, you're dumb, why are you saying this? Let me explain. All these characters here, they take a little bit of time to unlock. That is the one downside. Iden's great, you can use her at 3 stars, but she's still a hard mode. You know, Darth Vader is still a fleet store, and he's an achievement character. Then we have Pierre, who is also a hard node. Then we have CLS, whilst it's quick, is still a journey guide. Young Han, on the other hand, guys, he is the easiest character to get. If you want to see where he is, you just buy him from the guild store, guys, and you can speed this up. You could have a 7-star Young Han in less than a week. And why do I say this is important, guys? Flashback to 2022, guys, and we just started a free-to-play Starkiller Rush. Unfortunately, rip to that series. If you guys want to know why, it's just because of time. But we have a new series, so maybe you should check that out. Link in the comments, guys, if you want to follow along with a new, interesting, and exciting series. So with Young Han, it all comes from his unique. He is going to be gaining protection up, which is really important because it means you can use him viably for 3 stars on missions before he's even gear 7. Remember, guys, gear 7, gear 8 are easy for us, you know, middle or late game, whatever, or intermediates. But when you're right at the beginning of the game, it does still take a while. There are still a few blocks that take, you know, a few weeks to overcome. Not to mention, you still need to level up high enough to be able to apply these, you know, gear 7s, gear 8s, gear 9s. And that's when you start getting protection. That's when a lot of battles become easier. For example, how many people have actually beaten the speed tier 3 challenges, whatever, at level 50? I would say a lot of you are missing that one. If you have Young Han, it's possible. So it gives you that edge. Because he gives himself protection up, he also has counter chance, and then the stacking offense allows him to beat these long-winded battles. So by having him, you're going to be giving yourself better mods, guys. Not to mention, he is needed for the Smuggler's Run event. Now, guys, the Smuggler's Run event is an event that has 2 tiers. You have the Jabba tier, and which is challenge tier 2 basically, and then we have the usual Smuggler's Run. And this event will come around multiple times a month, and the traditional one, if you can do the 7-star version, will give you 300,000 credits, and it will give you some 5-dot mods. This is huge, guys. Mods are the difference between a bad account, a decent account, and a great account. It's all about mods. You could have every character in the game, but if your mods suck, enjoy winning Grand Arena, because it's not going to happen. Maybe you'll win when you go against really low GP opponents, but good luck. It's not going to happen, guys. So you need to have a good mod inventory, and Young Han's going to give that to you. He's going to give you access to the later challenges for the mod unlocks and the farming. And then not to mention, he's going to be part of that Smuggler's Run crew, which you're really going to want to invest in. For this reason alone, he for me is in the top 5 characters. Like I said, guys, he is my favorite character in the game, so I do admit some bias towards him. And I know that he's kind of memed on and some people don't see his potential. I'm not saying to go and R9 him like I have. Don't do that, guys. It's a bit of a waste. But I am encouraging you to take him up to gear 8, gear 7, whatever. At least 7-star a few more smugglers, and just let him carry you through these missions. Because by doing that, you're giving yourself better mods, and by chance, it's going to give you a better success rate in Grand Arena and Territory War. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Glurmit, and as always, guys, have a glowing day.